everyone, today's video is about when you get burned in front of him. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. He always knew being in a relationship with two pro heroes was going to be very intense. Bakugo and Kirishima were forces of nature, each with their own fire and strength, but they also brought warmth and light into your life. The three of you have been together for years, balancing the chaos of your work with the comfort of your shared home. It was a rare day when you could all be together, but today was supposed to be one of those days. But fate had different plans for you. You were out running errands when the attack happened. A villain with a quirk that could manipulate fire and lava was wreaking havoc in the city. The alarms blared, and people were scrambling to safety. You know that your boys would be on the scene soon, but you were caught in the chaos before you could escape. The heat was unbearable, and the flames were finally closing in. You tried to stay calm, moving towards an exit, but the panic around you was overwhelming. Just as you were about to make it out, a surge of fire erupted from the ground, sending you flying back. You hit the ground hard, feeling the intense heat like at your skin. Shit, you cursed, trying to scramble to your feet, but the pain was sharp, and you could smell the scent of burnt fabric and flesh. Wyon, a voice roared over the crackling flames. You turned your head to see Bakugo and Kirishima rushing towards you. Bakugo's face was a mix of rage and fear, something that you rarely saw. Kirishima, always the protective one, was already hardening his skin, ready to take on the flames himself if he had to. Kirishima, Bakugo, you gasped, the pain making it hard to speak. Bakugo was at your side in an instant, his hands glowing with the sparks of his quirk. Hang in there, dumbass, he growled, though his voice trembled slightly. He looked over your injuries, his eyes narrowing. You're gonna be fine, you hear me? Kirishima knelt down beside you, his hands gentle despite his hardened skin. Wyon, it's okay. We've got you, he said, his voice soothing. He shot Bakugo a look. Katsuki, we need to get them out of here now. Don't tell me what to do. Bakugo snapped, but there was no real bite to his words. He was already lifting you in his arms, careful not to jostle you too much. You're not freaking dying on me. Got it? You tried to smile through the pain. I'm not planning on it. The flames were growing, and you could feel the hate intensifying around you. Bakugo's explosions were keeping the worst of it at bay, but you could see the strain in his eyes. Kirishima stayed close, using his body as a shield to protect you both from the falling debris. We're almost out, Kirishima said, his voice calm but urgent. Stay with us, Wyon. You nodded weakly, focusing on their voices. You could feel yourself fading, the pain becoming too much. But you forced yourself to stay conscious. For them, at least. They had been through hell together, and you weren't about to let this be the end. Finally, they burst through the walls of flames, and you could breathe again. The fresh air was like a shock to your system, and you gasped, clinging to Bakugo as he carried you to safety. Kirishima was right beside you, trying his best to ground you if he could, and protect you from the flames. Once you were out of immediate danger, Bakugo set you down carefully on the pavement, his hands shaking slightly. Kirishima was already checking your injuries, his eyes full of concern. Wyon, can you hear me? Kirishima asked softly, his fingers brushing against your cheek. Yeah. Yes, I'm here. You managed, though your voice was weak. Bakugo's face was pale, his usual confidence replaced with something that was close to panic. We need to get you to the hospital, he said, his voice tight. Now. I'll carry them, Kirishima said, his voice firm. You keep the flames back. Bakugo nodded, but he didn't move immediately. He knelt down beside you, his hand gripping yours tightly.
I swear to God, Ryan, if you die on me, I'll kill you.
You couldn't help but laugh, though it came out more like a painful wheeze. That doesn't make sense.
Shut up.
Bakugo muttered, his thumb brushing over the back of your hand.
You're gonna be fine. We're gonna get you out of here. And then you're gonna spend the rest of your life listening to me yell at you.
Kirishima lifted you into his arms, his hold secure. And I'll be right there to make sure you know how much we love you afterwards. He added, giving you a reassuring smile. You felt tears prick at the corners of your eyes, but you refused to cry.
I love you guys too.
You whispered, your voice trembling, with Bakugo clearing the way and Kirishima carrying you. The three of you made it to the paramedics, waiting at the edge of the disaster zone. As they started taking you from Kirishima's arms, you felt a surge of panic. You didn't want to be separated from them. Not now.
Don't leave me.
You pleaded, your voice barely audible.
We're not going anywhere,
Kirishima promised, his grip on your hand tightening.
We're right here, okay? We're not leaving you.
Bakugo's eyes softened for a brief moment as he looked at you.
Like hell would leave you. We'll be right here by your side, idiot.
The paramedics worked quickly, stabilizing you and preparing you for transport to the hospital. Through it all, Bakugo and Kirishima stayed with you, their presence grounding you and keeping the fear at bay. As the ambulance doors closed, you caught one last look at the burning city. It was a stark reminder of the danger that came with loving heroes. Hours later, in the hospital, the beeping of the heart monitor was steady, a comforting rhythm that reminded you that you were alive. Your body ached, but the pain was dulled by the medication. You blinked, trying to readjust to the bright lights of the hospital room.
Katsuki, Ichiro,
you murmured, your voice hoarse.
Right here,
Kirishima said, squeezing your hand gently. He was sitting beside your bed, his usual smile softened with relief.
You're safe now, Ryan.
Bakugo was on your other side, his hand gripping yours like a lifeline.
You scared the shit out of us,
he grumbled, though his tone was laced with worry.
Don't ever do that again.
I'll try.
All right. You're so strong, Ryan. Okay? You're amazing.
Kirishima chuckled, leaning down to press a kiss to your forehead.
Only because I've got you too. Thank you for saving me.
Bakugo's grip tightened on you, and he leaned in close, his breath warm against your ear.
We're not just saving you, Ryan. We're sticking with you.
He smiled softly. The world outside might be full of fire and chaos, but here, with them, you knew you'd always have a place to call home. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye.